Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Corey, better known as the Seaman. Now I want to welcome you to another edition of the Seaman's Cinema Sit Down. Happy holidays. I hope you all enjoyed your holidays, whatever they may have been over this holiday season, hanging out with family, friends. I know I certainly did, and as you can see, I am back, baby. I took a little hiatus during the holiday stretch, hanging out with family, a couple work shifts, but just kind of chill and a nice time to just chill for a little bit, which was nice. I'm fighting off a cold, but I feel regrouped, re-energized, and ready to go. And last time we were talking Star Wars. Now we're talking Star Wars, but we ain't talking The Rise of Skywalker. Oh no, 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 no. We are talking the best thing that has come out of the Star Wars universe, maybe since the original trilogy. I'm gonna go that far because I just watched the last episode of this series, and it is phenomenal, man. So why don't you pull up a chair, take a seat. We're getting ready to dive in spoiler free into the Mandalorian Chapter 8 Redemption. Oh, dude. Like I said, man, I think now that we've seen the entire season, we've seen all 8 episodes. They're all out there, man. And I'm very, very interested in going back and watching. It'll probably be about like a 4.5 hour watch to go straight through. Definitely gonna do that at some point between now and New Year's. I got some more time off and whatnot. And I would have to imagine watching it all together would be even better than just watching them week by week. But this episode, oh my goodness, man. Like, if you had any doubts that they weren't going to bring this thing home with Taika Waititi sitting in the director chair, you're crazy, because my dude slam dunked this finale. Like, 360 windmill through the leg slam dunk this finale. This might be my favorite episode to date. I'm not going to say specifically that it is because I'm just riding on the high of this episode. I've watched it twice. It's so good, dude. And what's great is it opens like Taika Waititi, man. It's one of those things where I give Jon Favreau a lot of credit when you look at this season as a whole. Because, he's writing all these episodes, and you wonder if he was thinking about the directors as he was writing the episodes, because every episode plays to the strengths of the directors, and that's either them just taking really good material and adapting it to their strengths, or maybe Johnny Favs is writing with certain things in mind. And the beginning of this episode certainly makes you wonder. Like, if I could get Johnny Favs to sit down for a minute and be like, yo, Mr. Favreau, did you write the opening to Chapter 8, or was that a Taika Waititi, like, oh man, I got this idea, let's just run with it? Because the open to this thing is so quintessential Taika. It is funny. It kind of helms in and focuses on some humorous aspects to the Star Wars series. And it's one of those perfect openings where it's like, we left off on this major cliffhanger last week, and we've had like an extended, it's been like a week and a half because it came out on Wednesday because of Rise of Skywalker, and you start off where you left off, but you're coming in with this thing where there's some jokes and you're kind of laughing. You're like, okay, and then boom, man, he flips that switch and takes it to, like, all of a sudden you're back right where we were last week, and you're like, oh shoot, man, like edge of your seat. And he knocks this whole episode out the park, man. And this finale episode does exactly what I thought it might do, and it shows that for the most part, those kind of like one-off side episodes that we got after chapters 1 through 3 do really tie into what this story is. They all served a purpose outside of one episode, and that one episode might be setting up things for the future. But this episode did a great job of really giving you the idea of, like, everything that we've gotten culminates right here. Everything that we've been building to comes to a head in this episode, and it pops off in a fantastic way. I think we got the best action of the season by far. You get some really great action in the middle of the episode, and the finale, oh wow, dude! Some of the coolest Mandalorian stuff we've seen, and it was wonderful to watch. And on top of that, like I said, there's some humor, there's some really dark, like dramatic moments, and the acting is so good from everybody that's on screen during this bad boy. Like, it's a sublime episode, dude. And like I said, the character, it's another thing about this show. The character development has been great, man. Every episode, we learn something about the Mandalorian. So when we get to the finale, and we kind of culminate all that together, you really get a nice piece of like understanding who this character is, where he comes from, and what his motivations are. And even the side characters like Carl Weathers' Grief Karga, or Gina Carano's Cara Dune, or even Taika Waititi's IG-11. Like the little things that we get with each of them in each episode, and these little like where we pop off into these little kind of segments that didn't seem quite connected, all funnels into the character development and the story. And the story is so good. Like it's one of those things where you watch this season and you go, I think Star Wars is made for television, dude. It allows you to get back to the basics when you have 8 episodes to play with, and you get into the story, get into the characters, and then you get great actors. Carl Weathers, fantastic as always. I really like this grouping of the Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal, Grief Karga, Carl Weathers, Cara Dune, Gina Carano, and IG-11 Taika Waititi, with Baby Yoda dead center of all that. But this grouping is so much fun to watch them work and how they function and interact with each other. And everybody gets great moments. I mean, Weathers, obviously, legend. Pedro Pascal, his voice work and his physical acting, even though he's not in the suit all the time. I think there are times when he is in the suit and everything that comes together. Like, it's a group collective effort to get the physicality of the Mandalorian right. But the voice work is phenomenal. There's a moment that he has with IG-11. It just gets you right here, and also kind of makes you smile a little bit. It's the thing that Taika is so good at, and adapting his style here fits so well. But I love Pedro Pascal. Gina Carano, though, I know some people like to knock on her acting. I think she's been phenomenal, and what she did specifically in episodes 7 and 8. I don't know how you just can't love Cara Dune and be like, Gina Carano's doing great stuff. So, I mean, you get fantastic performances from all of them, and then, like, we get a real villain final, like, a main antagonist in Giancarlo Esposito's Moff Gideon. We tease him at the end of episode 7, and we get we get the idea of, like, oh, okay, this guy's gonna be bad news, and the way the episode builds, it's like, I could see this guy being bad news all season next season, man. Like, I could see, I know, no spoilers, right? But I could see next season being about the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda trying to figure some things out about their story. Why Moff Gideon is just trying to be hot on their heels, trying to catch Baby Yoda. He is wonderful, dude. Like, he gives wonderful exposition. His delivery of his lines is great. But then just the stature, the appearance, it so suits the character that he's portraying here. And it's somebody that I got to the end of that episode, I was like, let's go, man. Like, I want more of that stuff. And there's one specific thing with his character, and there's really a lot of wonderful Easter eggs in this episode. And if you are not a fan of all things Star Wars, specifically the animated television shows, you might miss some things. But if you are a fan of those shows and this world that we live in, there's some goodies in here. Specifically at the end, I jumped out of my seat and yelled. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I never thought I'd see that in a live action Star Wars. So you get a moment like that. Great performances, wonderful story, and this thing wraps this season up perfectly, where you look back at these 8 episodes and just go, wow, man, like, that is a great piece of storytelling, and it's a wonderful entry into unknown territory for Star Wars, a live action television show. It's so the way to go, man. Jon Favreau writing here, Dave Filoni exec producing and directing a couple episodes. All of the directors, that's the other thing, man. Like I mentioned earlier, like, all the directors do such a great job, and as a collective group, it really feels like they worked together, because even though some of these episodes can feel one-off-ish, they do all form up into one cohesive piece of material that feels fluid all the way through. And it gets you excited for what could be coming. And I tell you, I hope that if we keep rocking out with movies, wherever they're going to go next, get Taika Waititi on board, man. This thing is cinematic. Like I said, the action is wonderful, and it is violent, dude. Like, this is, it's funny. It's one of those things, like, you might look at violence and be like, man, this is like supposed to be a show kids could watch. There's something about Star Wars violence that doesn't seem as bad as real world violence. Maybe it's stormtroopers being in suits, or the fact that the blasters look like these little lasers rather than bullets, and there's no blood and stuff, but The stakes are high in this episode, and there is a lot of violence and a lot of fun violence, man. The action is so good. It's the thing that just continually pulls me in. And then our little buddy, Baby Yoda, you can't go an episode without mentioning him. And every episode, it seems that I say this, but for real, the cutest Baby Yoda moment happens in this episode. There is a shot of him just kind of observing something happen that like he's semi-involved in, and the facial expressions, the little cute noises he makes, oh my god, he just warms your heart. And there's a bunch of Baby Yoda stuff in this episode that you're just like, what? I can't believe you did that. Oh, he's so cute. Get him, Baby Yoda! Like, there is every range of emotion you could want with Baby Yoda in this episode, man. You laugh, he's badass, you get nervous. Like I said, the stakes are high, and the Mandalorian story is just something I'm so here for, and I'm here for that connection that he has with Baby Yoda. He gets a wonderful moment with Baby Yoda at the end where I was like rolling tears. I'm like, oh my gosh, man, like these two characters. You got me. I'm in, man. This is the best show on TV. I know Watchmen is out there. I haven't watched it yet. I missed a couple episodes, and I was like, you know what? Let me just wait till it's done and binge it. That's one of my next things on deck to check out. And I know people are loving that, but for my money's worth, this show is the best show on TV in 2019. It's the best thing you can get your hands on right now. I highly, highly recommend, if you haven't seen The Mandalorian, they're all there, man. Go on a binge that you will just enjoy start to finish. And it just, I don't know, man. I just sit here and I'm just so happy because you couldn't have asked for a better conclusion, and a conclusion that gives you everything, man. Like I said, character development, story, action, drama, Easter eggs, and tons of little Baby Yoda stuff that's great. So for me, Mandalorian Season 1, phenomenal start to finish. And Chapter 8, Redemption, just the perfect finale to Season 1. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait to talk spoilers. I've got some days off coming up tomorrow. I'm batten down the hatches, man. I got a bunch of work to get done as far as things I've seen. I've seen a bunch of movies, just a bunch of stuff I want to talk about that I haven't had to. So I'm bunkered down, try to get into some spoiler stuff because I definitely want to talk about this episode, last couple episodes. I could talk about The Mandalorian all day long, but I gotta stop and let you talk, man, because I want to know what you're thinking. What'd you think of the finale, man? Did this reach your expectation level? Because it certainly passed mine, and my expectation level was pretty high. Like, you bring in a big dog like Taika Waititi to a show like this, and you expect big things, and he delivers. And if you think he delivers, I want to know. If you don't think he delivered, inform me on how and why, man. Let me know what you're thinking, good or bad, about the episode, and what you think about the season as a whole. Is this your new favorite television show? Is this something you cannot wait for to hit Season 2, Fall 2020? Mr. Jon Favreau tweeted it out today with an image that gives us some more ideas about where we could be going next season. Oh, man, like I want to talk spoilers because I want to talk about what could be coming next season. Because the things the episode sets up, I think sets up a bunch of stuff that we could have, and then that tweet that we got today. But the biggest thing, Fall 2020, we are back. I am so psyched. So if you're psyched, if you love this show, if you don't love this show, anything you're thinking, what was your favorite Baby Yoda moment of the season? Anything you got for me goes down below. If it is spoiler related to this episode, please list it as such, but let me know everything you're thinking down below in the comments. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new, you want to come hang out with the C-Man, you want to go back, see all the Mandalorian stuff we got, you want to know anytime we're talking like spoilers or upcoming seasons, Obi-Wan development, anything Star Wars related, movie or television related, well, I got one thing for you, man. Gift yourself, treat yourself this holiday season with the gift of C-Man. Come join the Cinema Sitdown squad just by hitting that subscribe button. I'll pop up in your feed, and if you want to be the first to know, hit that little bell that follows, and you'll get alerts every time I make a new video. The C-Man's Cinema Sitdown. I'm the C-Man, signing off on Mandalorian Chapter 1. Can't wait for Season 2. Can't wait to talk some spoilers, but until then, peace! Well, you guys are still here. You must be looking for some more content. Well, don't worry, C-Man's got you covered, man. You got videos like this guy and this guy. And if you haven't yet, and you want to come check out all the C-Man goodies, join the Cinema Sitdown squad, man. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the little bell down below that, too, so you can get alerts every time I make new videos.